On the Jazz. On the Jazz. Come on, Sunday driver. Oh, Hamilton takes the lead.
Well, you know about retro ghetto, collecting and playing retro. Street Fighter on the Nintendo. I'm a veteran at this, not a pro. Lock into the retro ghetto. Come and have a look around in the ghetto. We got Sonic and Staples settle. Lock into the retro ghetto.
I don't play games with my son PlayStation. Man, I old school like an Atari gamer. Tiger, hit man with the Tiger Flamer. This shit reality, not like Sega. Dreamcast, Mega Drive, my Master System. N64 and Super Nintendo, we missed them. And if man wanna challenge on Tekken, I'll twist them.
Okay, so we've just got ourselves to Stafford County Ground for the toy fair. Ignore all that in the back. This is the overflow. This is what the life of a collector stroke seller looks like. This is where all the boxers live, in the back of the work car. So yeah, we're here now. I'm doing something different today. The last couple of times I've been to toy fairs, I've had some amazing deals with video games. I mean, if the last one, I think I got a load of £1 Mega Drive games. I mean, you just don't see that, right? So today I'm coming with the sole focus of looking for video games. I'm not sure what to expect today. Obviously, people are tightening the purse strings, and there's a massive toy fair going on the 27th of December at NEC, which is like the biggest one of the year. So I don't know what to expect today. I don't know how many sellers or buyers there's going to be, but fingers crossed we're going to find some video games. Worst case scenario, we're going to get to look at some nice toys, right? So yeah, wish me luck. Okay, so we're back from the Stafford County Toy Fair, and I have to say, I'm very, very surprised at the turnout. There was actually 3 rooms that were open, some of which you've seen on the video footage, and I've got more footage to come with some more amazing things that I've highlighted, and I'm going to intersperse that throughout my pickups. But yeah, there was 3 rooms that were open, which is the most I've ever seen, and I was very, very pleasantly surprised with the turnout. As I say, with Christmas, you don't really know what to expect. You don't know if there's going to be less sellers or more sellers, but I'm pleased to say there was more sellers and some amazing things on display. Now, I thought for a second I was going to come away empty-handed because I've gone with tight purse strings, right? Christmas is around the corner. And I did 3 laps, and it was on the 3rd lap that I picked everything up. And I'm very, very happy with my pickups. One of which is a crazy bargain. Unbelievable. One of the best buys I've had of the year. So we'll get to that last. But I want to show you this first. This is not a toy and it's not a game. This is an official WWF manual from 1993. Now you might be thinking, why have you bought that and why are you showing us this? Right, there's a story behind this, guys, okay? Basically, kids, if you're watching, this is not big and it's not cool, right? But I got suspended from the infant school. I know. I think I'm the only person that I've ever met that's been suspended from the infant school. And for those of you that don't know, if you're watching in America or anywhere else in the world, infant school is like the lowest school, right? There's infants, juniors, seniors. And yeah, so I was suspended from the infant school. And the reason why was I threw a book at a teacher. And to be more specific, it was a thesaurus. So, I mean, maybe it was my way of telling her she needed to up her vocabulary. I don't know. But yeah, threw a book at a teacher. Their punishment was to stop me from going to school for one day and subsequently not allow me to go on the trip to the next school up, because I was in the top year of the infant school. I wasn't allowed to go to the next school to see what was going to come next year, and I had to stay home. So my mum did her best to punish me as well. She said, like, no PlayStation, no TV. You go upstairs and you'll copy a page out of one of your books. Now, my mum should have been more specific, because back in my younger days, I was sneaky. And this was the book that I copied from. I remember just drawing all the pictures of the wrestlers, copying out all the stats about them, even writing like the page number and stuff. I was so happy with myself. And to be honest, it was a pretty good day. Again, it's not cool, kids, right? Stay in school. So when I saw this, it was like, bang, nostalgia, right? Slapped me across the face. And that's what we do this for, right? That's what people that love the retro aesthetic and these things, that's what we're in this game for. And when you see something that you've not seen for so long and you almost forgot about, and then it sets off all these memories, that's what this hobby's all about. Yeah, so this was a 1993 official WWF annual. It brought back all those memories, and it was a pound, and I was very, very happy to have found this. Right, so I'm pleased to report I did find some video games. I was a little bit nervous, to be honest, because normally when I go to these events, like toy fairs, if I find games, it's just a bonus. And the last time I went, I found loads of games really cheap. I even found £1 Mega Drive games. And that's what's kind of spurred me to go with a different mentality this time around, of really solely looking for video games. But then after a couple of laps, I started to think, I shouldn't have done this. I'd already filmed my intro in the car that I'm going to go and find games. And I thought, I'll give myself like the kiss of death here. I'm not going to find anything. I'm going to come away empty-handed. And everyone's going to think I'm an idiot for going to a toy fair trying to find video games, right? But thankfully, on that last lap, I did manage to find a few games. And this was the first couple that I found on the same store. So you might have seen the footage thus far, but this guy had a few random games, nothing over exciting. And I asked him how much he games, and normally at these kind of things people say £1 or £2, mate, and this guy was like, oh, it depends on the game, £3, £4, £5. And I'm thinking, great, that's not what I wanted to hear. These weren't like amazing titles, right? But there was a game in there that I really wanted, and that was SmackDown versus Raw. So it's a bit of a wrestling theme today. And this was my era, right? So, you know, as a child, this was the era, the classic era. I grew up loving Bret the Hitman Hart, Hulk Hogan, all that. Then I went away from it, did all the things, and then I feel like it was a perfect, people of my age and my era were perfect time for wrestling, because they got to experience that side of things, and then we got to experience, you know, the Monday Night Wars, the Attitude Era, and I was a teenager when this came, or getting into my teen years, and yeah, this was just a great time to be into wrestling. The whole Stone Cold Vince McMahon beef, and I put loads of hours into this game. This was one of them games where you could create your own character, and you could have like backyard brawls, and you could be fighting in car parks, and yeah, I absolutely love this game, put loads of time into it. So when I saw this, I thought I need to have that in my collection, and sometimes PlayStation 2 is better in your mind than it is in reality. Sometimes it doesn't hold up as well as your memories do. So it's going to be interesting playing that to see how we get on with it. But with him saying that about the price, I thought I'm going to try and bundle a couple together. And there was nothing else in his box that would stand out to me that I thought I really want that game, or I played it as a kid or anything like that. But then there was one game that I saw, and I thought this has got to be probably the most financial rewarding out of all the things in the box. I've got a bit of history with this franchise, having recently pulled the trigger on a very expensive game, Phineas and Ferb's Quest for Cool Stuff on the Wii U. This has become probably the most expensive game in the PAL set. So I saw Phineas and Ferb Second Dimension, or Access the Second Dimension, and I just thought, you know what, it's like fate. I've had a lot to do with this franchise, so I'll pick this one up. I think I made the right decision, because from memory this CXSN is for like £5 or £6. And what's interesting about it is, it says on there, look, that it comes with 4 free episodes. A lot of people have told me they're good cartoons. I've never got around to watching it. I think it's probably a bit after my time. But I'll definitely take a look at them and see what the cartoon's all about prior to playing this game. And if you spend that much money on a game, you best play it right. So I do a bit of homework, a bit of due diligence by watching cartoons. So yeah, I managed to get both of these from the same seller, and I managed to get them both for £4, and yeah, I'm happy with that.
Tracy, you blow my mind.
Right, so that takes me to my find of the day, and guys, I got a serious bargain. So this is a game I've been after anyway, which is always better. This is a game I've been actively pursuing. It's a game that I really want to play. I love the franchise. This is a new release AAA game on the Nintendo Switch, and this was not only the last lap, it was one of the last stores that I got to on the day as well. It was just setting up, because I always like to get there early. I pay the extra money to get early admission. makes it easier to film and, you know, get better shots for you guys when I'm doing these kinds of videos and these kind of hunts. So yeah, anyway, so I found him and he was just putting out a few games, and they're all new games, Switch games, PS4 games, and I saw this one and it had £20 written on it, and I said to him, is there anything you could do? And he said 15, and that is a very good price. We'll get to that in a minute. And I said, I've got a couple of quid change. Basically, he let me have it for £12. He was a great guy. I was chatting to him, and I think it was his partner. If you're watching, salute to you. Very, very nice chap. And that game is Crash Bandicoot 4. It's About Time. Now you can see his £20 price tag sticker up there. Guys, this is a AAA game that's new, right? I've looked online since I came home. This is selling at Argos for like 30 odd pounds. CEX are selling it for like £40, I believe, over 40 quid. They're giving like £22 cash, £32 trading, I think. I'll put all the information up on the screen. But I mean, to pick this up for £12. Now that's the sort of thing, right, you would never find at a retro game fair. We did the tour last week, and I did mention how expensive some of the prices were. You would never find a AAA brand new Switch game for £12 at a retro game fair. And if there was one, it would be gone immediately. So yeah, I'm very, very happy to have found this. I'm really looking forward to playing through it with my son.
For my son!
I loved playing the Crash Bandicoot games as a kid. And yeah, if I can get him to have half the fun I had with this franchise, then that's a mission well done. Okay, so I think it's fair to say I was successful in my hunt for video games at a toy fair, and I got some very, very good prices too. The only thing I want to say, guys, is it's not a guarantee. Don't think you're going to turn up to every toy fair and video games are going to fall in your lap and SNES games are going to slap you across the face. It don't work like that. This took me 3 laps, a lot of digging. I had to go first thing in the morning, pay the early entry. So you've got to factor all that into it. But you've got to be in it to win it. And like I say, with some of the deals that I got, you definitely wouldn't get them at a games fair. It just stands to reason. Obviously, supply and demand, and if there's more people looking for a certain type of product, the price is going to be higher. Equally, you go to a toy fair and most people aren't interested in the games, you've got more chance of cutting a good deal. And thankfully, that's what I was able to do today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope it's something different for some of you people that aren't really interested in toys, but you like video games. I think the two go hand in hand because a lot of it's so tied in nostalgia and those happy childhood memories. And I just love looking at toys. I enjoy going to toy fairs more than game fairs. I feel like if you've seen a game, you've seen it, right? I've seen them all at this point. I can't afford all the ones I want. Whereas toys, I'm still learning, I'm still finding things. I'm still finding things from my youth that I forgot about. And yeah, that's just, for me, that's the buzz of it all. I've got a couple of videos coming up, hopefully before the end of the year. My pickups pile is getting ridiculous. So I can't wait to share with you all the latest, greatest, weird and wonderful things that I've added to my collection. And also I've got something very, very special planned before the end of the year, maybe around Christmas time. So stay tuned for that. Appreciate you all taking the time to watch. As always, play your games, keep it retro. I'll see you on the next one. Take care.
Retro Ghetto.